Hello everyone, today I am going to start the 14th lesson of your book, that is let us preserve the nutritional value of food. So Putana, from this lesson we are going to learn about how to present a food. Especially there are different kind of nutritional status people, like persons in your family, like there can be kids, elderly persons, like those who have diabetic cholesterol, those kind of diseases. What are the factors that we have to aware when creating a menu? Okay, those things also we are going to learn from this lesson. Not only that, how to present a food, especially how to improve their appetites, and also there are traditional eating habits. From this lesson we are going to learn lot of things about this food. Okay, let's go to the lesson.
Okay, the lesson is let us preserve the nutritional value of food. Okay, Putala. So before entering into the lesson, so we would like to know about what is the importance of food now. So here it's a basic human need. So here normally we know we are getting the strength from food. So there are, if we categorize the nutritional value of food, then basically we can categorize them into two parts mainly, like macronutrients and micronutrients. So here we'll talk them later. So here Putala, like the nutrients from the food are not taken in the adequate amounts or taken in excess, it could be lead to malnutrition. Especially there are two types of diseases can be seen if we are not taken in the adequate amount, like the proper amount, or taken in excess, it could be lead to malnutrition. Like therefore it is important everyone to have a balanced diet. So here and you have learnt about from grade 7 also, you have learnt about the nutrient deficiencies and the food pyramid, can you all remember, and the importance of having healthy food in previous grades, especially in grade 7. So here from this lesson, especially from grade 6 also, I forgot to tell you. So from this lesson you are going to learn about the nutritional needs of the family, barriers to proper nutrition, and how to choose food, consumption and the storage of food. We are going to learn everything from this lesson. Now if we go to talk about the nutritional needs of the family Putala, so here like every member of the family needs to get a balanced diet. Now if there are like just think about 5 members in the family, there can be infants, the middle-aged people and the elderly people. So everyone should get the balanced diet. So a balanced meal is once they are the carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, vitamins, minerals are present in the necessary quantities as required by an individual. If I ask you to define what is a balanced meal, then you have to write there should be carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, vitamins, minerals are present in the necessary quantity, okay, as required by an individual. So we are considering it as a balanced diet. Okay, so here there are the main functions of different food types. So they are like the food which rich in carbohydrates, like if you eat like rice, bread, so those kind of things, and also the lipids and protein. So they are giving like they are giving energy. Okay, especially these are the sources of energy. And the food enriched in protein, especially they are help for our growth, especially the little children. They had doctors and all, they are asking them to get lot of protein diet because it's help for their growth. Food rich in vitamins and minerals for immunity. Okay, so here now, the needs for the amount of the nutrients depend on the age, especially if we take the lipids and the protein, especially the lipids. We have to intake like we have to limit the limit of getting the intake of lipids have to be controlled when we are going to middle age, and if we are like working in the in a bank, or if we are not burning our calories, so like in office, so we have to control of getting lipids because we have to burn them. Especially lipids have to intake by little children. So here it is very important for the growth of the body. So here it is depend on the each and every individual. Okay, so creating a menu, okay, there are some factors we have to consider when we are creating a menu, because it's depend on the nutritional level of the person. Okay, depend on every individual's needs. So we have to consider about the age, status of health, gender, level of physical activity, like the example, the sportsman, hard workers, situation with the special needs and the developmental stages, pregnancy, breastfeeding, illness, preferences, amount of food need. Now here, now if we talk about the age, infants can be there in the family, like they are like breastfeeding, and then little children, especially kids, and the middle-aged people, and young people, and also the elderly. So there are categories we have to divide. So we have to consider about their status of health. So if the person has high cholesterol, have to like get the low calorie diet, especially lipids. Okay, so gender, age, level of physical activity, as I said you already, if we are not burning our calories, so have to get like low calorie diet. Like sportsmen, hard workers, it's depends. Sportsmen have to get lot of nutritional food. They're not the others, because they are always burning their calories and all. Situation with special needs and developmental stages, special pregnancy mothers, they have to eat like good nutritional foods like lipids, proteins, everything, because of the growth of the baby. Okay, so breastfeeding also the same. Illness, so the preferences, amount of the food need. So everything we are considering when we are creating a menu, okay, in the family. So here you can see there are two types of meals, like the breakfast, lunch, dinner, two snacks to be taken in between two, like between main meals. There are three main meals, no? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, so here Putala, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and two snacks to be taken in between main meals. To instead of like those kind of snacks, we instead of getting lot of carbohydrates meal, we can get like fruits, like grains, or those kind of energy snacks. Okay, so we'll talk them later. And you can see here the presentation of food. Now when we are looking at the food, the first impression is the last, no? So likewise, if it is various, if we add lot of colorful food, and it should be like eye attractive food means, so it's normally we like, especially little children also, we can see the tendency of grabbing the food. Automatically, voluntarily, they like to eat the food. Okay, without the persuasion of the parents, they like to see lot of colorful, like colorful vegetables, fruits, and those kind of foods if we add. So here presentation food is very important. Now when you are looking at these kind of pictures also, you can see, so it's eye catching and normally the appetizing. Okay, so automatically when we are looking at this, it's unconsciously we can appetize these food. So here the points to remember when presenting food: appearance, as I said to you, the colors, the freshness. So when it is overcooked, that greenish, like green color is disappearing. So we have to consider everything when we are presenting. So appealing nature's food means like not cooking, like raw foods like cucumber, like tomatoes, those kind of food we can like use various kind of methods to prepare. We can enhance the color, smell, taste, and also the nature of the vessels of presentation also very important. That one also the kind of presentation method. Okay, so then that one also, from that one also we can improve the appetite of these kind of food. Okay, that one also the kind of appetizing way. And also the manner the which the food is presented. Now you can see there are some teacups placed on a tray. So that one also its presentation differs according to the nature of the food and the situation also depend. And you can see from this picture, the main meal is placed on the table. So table is laid differently according to the occasion. And here you can see the elderly, like the person who is not well, not capable of walking here and there. So that is another way of presenting. Okay, so and the other one is the hygienic nature of the food. This is very important. Especially food prepared home can be trusted to be clean. Instead of we are eating from cafeterias or from outside, we can ensure the hygiene. Okay, so some measures to be the ensure the hygiene now, covering food with to protect it from the pest. Yeah, this is very important. Keeping servant dishes and the cutlery clean. Always we have to clean, because cutleries can use from, if you are eating from outside, especially from cafeterias and all, can use one or more than people. Okay, so it should be very clean. Using appropriate vessels for food, like do not use metal vessels for acidic foods, like if we take pickle and all, if we are using adding some vinegar and all, so not to, like lime juice and all, not to use these kind of metal vessels. That is very important part. Personal hygiene, that one also very important. Wash hands before cooking and wear clean clothes. Sufficient quantity of food, that one also very important. The amount of food prepared must be enough to fulfill the needs of the family, and not be prepared in excess, at this leads to preserve the food for the later use, which reduces the nutritional value. If we cook and keep in the fridge for a long time, the nutritional value, and if we overcook after that when we are using also, that the nutritional value will reduce. Okay, so here the table manners is also very important part. When we are using cutleries, plates, glasses, so this could be done according to either the Eastern or Western tradition. So that one also very important part. Now here, how to improve this nutritional state of your family? This is very important. Okay. Now here, Putala, each family fulfills its nutritional needs using methods depending on the financial situation. Nowadays, people are really busy with their lifestyle. Those days in our grandmothers and grandfathers age, especially our ancestors, especially the mothers, the mothers stayed at home while the father was engaged in an occupation. The father catered the needs of the whole family. He gave everything to family. So but nowadays people are spending a very complex and busy lifestyle, and also that one also another problem. That one also we can see the tendency of like using outside food, like people try to purchase food from outside, so that one also not a good condition nowadays. So and also not only that, there are various kind of methods we are using, especially depend on the financial situation. To obtain the same nutrient, there are expensive as well as inexpensive food. So there are some food items that can be obtained free of charge. Okay, large fish is more expensive than the small fish, but some small fish have high amounts of calcium in the bones, along with the proteins, therefore making them more nutritious. Okay, so instead of, now if you don't have money to buy like large fish, those are very expensive, but if we are thinking, like these large fish is very nutritious than the small fish, so that is not a good thing, because the small fish have high amounts of calcium because of the bones along with the proteins, and the calcium and iron, lot of things consist in the little fish, small fish. Imported fruits like apples and oranges are expensive, and they also have the preservatives added to them, to keep for a long time. So meanwhile, local foods such as guava, pomegranate, avocado and all these are inexpensive, not expensive, but we can obtain from home garden. So those are more nutritious than the apples and oranges, because fresh. Freshness is the fundamental factor. So here, and also Putala, it is less expensive to grow green leaves in the home garden, no? Okay, especially gotrokala and all. So than to buy them. So then these will also be free of chemicals. Then you can have fresh food, and also use fresh milk instead of more expensive milk powder. So that one also good. So here the method by which the food is prepared also helps to improve its nutritional state. Cooking many types of food together like hatmalu, uppama, spinach, jack seeds, dal and sarana, milk rice with green grams, so vegetable salad, and this is very easy also. If you like hatmalwa means like like meals, like seven foods they add in, no? Like jack seeds, carrot, those kind of things, no? So here, if you don't have seven, but if you have four, three kind of vegetables or kind of things, so you can cook together. It will add more delicious, and kind of taste also can improve. So cooking many types of leaves together, mixed mellow, that one also very important and delicious one. Try this. Add in lime, Maldive fish and coconut to green leaves. That one also very important. So here when we add lime, okay, to green leaves, so absorbing iron and all are increasing to our body. So that one also a good point. So cooking vegetables ensuring the color does not change. Eating food raw whenever possible. Carrots, we can eat it raw without cooking. That one also very important. So vegans must fulfill their nutritional needs through other ways like pulses mixed with grains. So if they are not eating, if they are vegetarians, if they don't like to eat fish, chicken, and those kind of flesh items, instead of that they can use like grains and all, nuts, seeds, mushroom, tofu. So they can use preserving excess food for a time of need, like while preserving their nutritional value as well, like jari, atukos, jack seed kept under the sand, pickled limes. Now sometimes Putala, sometimes of the year, there are abundant of food, like excessive food. So we can't waste. No, instead of that, we can use various kind of way to preserve the food for a long time. Jari, atukos. So these kind of things we can use. Maintaining a home garden. Through these, you can get fresh, clean, natural products as well as economic benefits. Yeah. So if we go outside of purchasing these kind of thing, we have to spend a lot of money. So instead of that, you can use grow vegetables in pots if you have enough space. Especially you can use pots to grow some green leaves, fruits, and grow leaves like gotu. So you can use these kind of methods. Okay, now instances where damage could occur to nutrients content of the food. Okay, so here the like nutritional value of food can diminish during the stages from the production to consumption. To minimize these, this is important to identify such situation. Okay, damages that occur during food production. So here, Putala, it can happen from the both from the farm as well as in the factory. Okay, now damage caused in the farm using agrochemicals excessively or when about to harvest. Yeah, nowadays people are using chemicals, pesticides, weedicides, insecticide also. When they are adding excessively, then it's not good. Damage to the farm also. So damage caused to the pests such as insects, birds. This is very important. Bandicoots, worms, and squirrels. That these kind of animals also will die. These from these kind of chemicals. Damage caused in the factory. Use unauthorized flavorings. This is very important. Colorings, preservatives, especially when you are eating, when you are purchasing any kind of packed items. So you have to not to just consider about the date of expiry, manufacture. So not only that the price, no, just check the ingredients. There are some, I can't mention them anyway. I think you all know about that. So those kind of preservatives, colors, if they add a lot, means not good. Always have to go for like natural things. Using unclean raw materials. This one also very important. Lack of personal hygiene among workers. Yeah, so if we buy them, if we eat them, so there can be various kind of diseases like diarrhea, cholera, those kind of problems can arise. Damage that occur during transportation. Yeah, this is very important. Why, if you pay the attention for this picture also, you can see, you can get an idea, you can figure out what is the problem here. Being scratched and scraped due to the improper packing and unpacking. Yeah, you can see here. Food being spoiled due to the improper storage in dark, damp places. Yeah. So spoilage due to the incorrect storage temperature. Yogurt, curd, fish meat. Yeah, this is very important. Uh, when the under the power outage, so those kind of situation like power cut we are calling. So yogurt, curd, fish meat, so can spoil easily. Okay, germs and dirt getting into the food due to poor packing. This is very, very important. The other one is damages that occur during storage, food spoilage due to the storing carelessly without checking the expiry date. Yeah, that one also very rare like incident. Okay, food spoilage due to the storing carelessly without checking the expiry date. Attacks by pests such as mice, cockroaches, termites during storage. I have noted from peanuts also, especially not only peanuts. This is one and only example. So while you go to some kind of supermarkets and all, before you buy them, just check whether they attack by the pets like that. So not storing at the correct temperature, switching off refrigerators to save electricity. This is very important part. I also have noticed these kind of things. Not to store in different foods separately, like storing meat, there should be separate containers. Fish and ice cream together. Storing medicines or chemicals with food, this is very bad. So here damages that occur during preparation. Using expired spoiled food, very bad. Cutting and then washing leaves, potatoes and vegetables, thereby removing the nutrients. Yeah, not before you cut, you can wash them. Okay, especially leaves. Overcooking, that one also can reduce the nutritional value of that food. Reusing the same oil for repeated frying increase the cholesterol rate, bad cholesterol rate. So here using the inappropriate vessels for cooking and storing, using aluminium vessels for chutney, yeah, and also gazania when we are cooking some kind of curries we are using, especially lime vinegar. So those things we should not to use aluminium vessels. Even though we can ensure, don't use a clay pot. Using wrong methods of cooking, that are also, like manioc should be cooked in an open vessel without a lid. It is very important. Okay, so lack of personal hygiene among workers, these are the things we have to pay our attention. So damages that occur during consumption means using expired or spoiled food, have to check. Using fast food and junk food, have to be very aware before we use. Using food with chemicals added, very important these factors. Factors to consider when selecting food. Okay, you are going to supermarket, how do you select food? You have to check the manufacture date, expiry, and also the ingredients following the standards. Have to check the nature of the package, check everything, especially when you are buying canned fish. We are calling semantic. Taste, smell, color, the appearance. Yeah, have to check everything. Freshness, as I said you already, it's a fundamental factor. Okay, many of food change occur color and give off odors when like odors mean bad smell when they are spoiled. When food contains chemicals or when food is expired, we may be able to identify this by taste. So color also shows freshness. However, this color can be also be obtained by artificial means, and therefore you must be careful when choosing food. So here, even though some salesmen, when they are like storing food like in TPD packets, so kind of water bottles, kind of packed food, biscuit packet also I have noted, they are storing outside. Okay, then when the sun like heat, when the packs are like polythene packets, no, like it's kind of when it's heating, that is by the time it's absorbing by the food which is inside the packet. So when we are eating them, when we are using them, when we are consuming them, it's not good for the body. So here, and also the taste also can be differ by the time. So storing also very important part. So look for changes in the shape and the color as well as in pre-searing and the discolorations. If the packaging is torn, broken, squashed, or inflated, the food is not safe for consumption, especially like we are calling canned fish. So determine how nutritious the food is by examining the date of expiry, the manufacture, ingredients, and the standard reach SLS ISO. This is very important. Okay. So here preservation of food by protecting its nutritional value. When there is an excess food, it should be preserved so that it could be used when there is scarcity of food. Yeah. So especially if we take Putala, like as we discussed before, like lime also, lime pickle can be seen. No? We are calling no, no, so time when sometimes of the year there are excess of food, so we can't throw them. No? So we can use like and fish also the same jardi, like those kind of things. Within in the scarcity of food during that time, we can use them. The food must be stored in the such way that nutritional value is preserved. So here, look at this. Drying sunlight in ovens with fires. Yeah, like fish, we are calling dry fish. Vegetables, breadfruit, jack, chili. Yeah, dry fish. Bittergourd, manioc slices, lime for pickles. Adding warm sugar. So, like fruits, jam, jaggery. Yeah. cooling, refrigerating milk, fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, and the margarine, cheese, yogurt, butter, cream. So those things. And also this is the next one, salting. It is very famous one. Adding salt in powder or the crystal form like lime pickle, mango, jadi, billing and the nail leaf. So these things especially for the abundant days they are excessive harvest we can use. Dehydration. Nowadays this one also very important. Dehydrating using machines like powdered milk, powdered coconut milk. This is very famous now. Adding chemicals, cordial, jam, chutney sauce. If it's there are a lot of if it's you can see you can notice them by checking the ingredients. If it added lot of chemicals means not good, but can keep for a long time. Pasteurization and sterilization, fresh milk, sterile milk. This one also we are using. Like another one is burning under sand, lime, jack seeds mania. Smoking meat, fish, jack, goraka. Adding vinegar, jack pickles, brinjals, fried sauce, those things. Brinjals fried also. They are we can see vinegar especially we are calling butter mojo when they are making. So they are adding. And now also cooking malu and bultial, fried foods, brinjal mojo, that one also. Storing in bees, honey, meat, fruits, especially our, we are calling indigenous people, weather people, they are using, especially keeping meat and fruits, especially meat with bee honey for a long time. Wrapping is like wrapping in argonaut leaf, especially kolapata or banana leaves, especially that one also our ancient method, very past method. Okay, nowadays also we are using some villages, jaggery and fruits, they are wrapping the arecanut leaves, especially banana leaves also. So the traditional eating habits are there. Our ancestors prepared food using methods to preserve, increase the nutritional value of food, Putala. Okay, so here they also grew their own food. Okay, there are some traditional eating habits. You can see adding drumstick, murunga, pandan, rampeo, spinach leaves to when cooking rice, manioc or breadfruit. So it increased the nutritional value for their food. Okay, making hatma alua, as I discussed already, especially in festivals, high nutrition is added. Using thambum curries to resolve alignments like digestive system of loss of appetite, so the stomach pain. So for everything we are using mixing different types of leaves to increase the nutritional value, such as mixed leaf mallow and drumstick leaf mallow. So the other one is using different types of vegetables to make soups and curries. Yeah, this one also very important. So preparing hatmalu, pongal, sambaru and biryani, those things are very important. It adds lot of nutritional value. Using species such as the curry leaves, cumin, coriander, ginger, turmeric, pepper, guraka. Guraka means gardenia, so which are beneficial to digestive system. Using parboiled rice, and the other one is preparing various types of porridges such as salt porridges, herbal porridge, rice porridge, and consuming it with jaggery. Yeah, this is very important part. Nowadays also they are using, especially mixing kurakan with other grains and creating halap, talap, aggala and porridge. It's very energetic food. Making atukos, valikos, and dried jackfruit, making lime pickles and jadi. So those things are very important now. Those are our traditional food. Nutritional snacks. Okay, there are three main meals: breakfast, lunch, dinner. Apart that, we have to add two snacks like fresh vegetable salad, fresh fruit juice, fruit salad, curd yogurt, boiled green gram, chickpeas, peanut instead of eating like shorties and all. So you can use these kind of things. Using pure water is essential for a healthy life. Boil water about 100 degrees Celsius for while purify it, we are considering it. So if you are using well water, get reports ensuring that the quality of the water is suitable for consumption. Especially Putala, some areas of our country, the water, the salinity and all are not good for the body. Okay, have to get a report which we are using, especially well water. Okay, the factors that should be considered when creating menus for the family. Can you remember we discussed before we make like family menu? So we have to consider about the age, health status, gender, because there are various age categories in a family. We have to consider about their physical activity, special needs, preferences about the food. Then we have to make the meal. And also hygiene is a very important part, and the presentation to improve the appetization of the food. So we have to consider those kind of things as well. The other one is the how when we are transporting food, when we are from farm to the factory, farm to consumption, we have to pay our attention the hygiene of food and the quality of the food without being spoiled. We have to get the healthy and fresh food. Okay, there are some techniques for preparation and how do we obtain a nutritious food, and before we purchase a food, what are the factors we have to consider about the expiry date, standards, and the quality of food, ingredients, and everything we have to undergo when we are purchasing the food. I think you all got good understand from this lesson. See you from the next session.